everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Kashish Mendiratta. Today we have a special guest with us and he is Ayush. So I want Ayush you to introduce yourself.
Hi viewers, and this is Ayush, as Kashish told us that. And if I talk about my introduction, that I'm a learner and also a practitioner, and if I talk about something on the certification or details, is that I'm a Microsoft certified Azure artificial intelligence engineer and also machine learning engineer and a data scientist, and I've been teaching machine learning and deep learning from 6 months now. And I think that I'm very curious to learn anything, whatever I see. It's technologies usually in AI, and I think computer science is a very vast topic, and learning that would provide me a great thing, interesting thing a computer science is for me now. And the great thing is that I'm a learner, and just the thing is that I learn something and I want to distribute it to all my viewers whatever I learned till now.
Okay, so hearing these things from you is little bit not so much our audience can believe. So can you tell me that what is your age and what do you do, means in which class you are?
My age is 13 years old and I'm in class 8th in Sant Kiran Secondary School in Patna, Bihar.
Okay, so when was the point you think that you have to learn something new and you started learning coding?
I started learning coding when my father told that do something new, so I searched on internet about how to make a website. They shows Wix or WordPress, that kind of thing, and I'm not satisfied with that because we have to just drag and drop the things and we have to do that. But after a lot of research, I got to know the Python programming language, and that was my first programming language. It's very easy to learn, so I learned in 2 months about Python. And when I started off, I am very weak, or I can say zero at computers and very weak at mathematics and that kind of average student. However, I get good marks in my school, but the thing is that the questions comes from my textbook and I was not satisfied at all. So the thing is that I'm not satisfied just now also, because I have to do as much thing as I can be, and it would take a lot of years or decades to make me satisfied by myself. But I don't agree that satisfying yourself is not a great thing. So just I am not satisfied with my grades, I'm not satisfied with whatever I'm just doing now, because I have to do it more and more. So at that point I was not satisfied, because what makes me different from whole crowd, because it's my class and let's say around 70 students, and the students are just doing the same thing, and some are getting the good marks and some are getting the bad marks. And what makes me different from there by just getting good marks, that doesn't make a good sense. So that's why I want to do something new. So I search a graduate level program like a AI, and I search the prerequisites as a high, because the fellows who just want to get into AI, they just saw the prerequisites and they just move out from here like what a prerequisite of calculus or linear algebra. But I took that challenge as an opportunity, and I learned algebra 1, algebra 2, linear algebra from Khan Academy, and calculus has also been taught by the mathematics for machine learning in Coursera course. And that's what till now, and I'm just making kind of courses and learning new technologies just now, because I'm just learning or practicing, let's say, data structures and algorithms, and we'll be developing more and more in full stack developing. That's all the thing that I'm doing just now also. And the future plan is that I just wanted to simply make a course of kind of various things whatever I learned till now.
So there are some concepts which you might have not learned till the 8th standard and they might be used in coding. So how you handle that, means just like permutation combination might not you have learned in your 8th standard, and there are many more stuff like that. So how you handle those things?
Yeah, this is very good thing that you asked. The question is that schools is also ahead. From 1 March I was having an examination. Even tomorrow I have an examination. But the thing is that I had handled all those things by not managing the time, by working with along the time. Like what I can say about this is time management. The thing is what the time management is. It's a simple.
So you first learn those things, or you just means find that how it works and just implement that using Google, or you first learn that how this thing is working, means just like if there is some problem related to permutations and combination, so you first learn that how you have to make the permutations and combinations, or you just find the formulas and use that?
Yeah, so the thing is that I just makes your that the time management the thing there, because the time management that you can't do, that you can't manage your time, because time is just now also going on, so you can't manage your time. Just you can go along with your time, and that's what I learned theories, and then get into how do we implement the particular algorithms from very scratch, and then do the same kind of thing. So I work with academics, and a separate given academics, I will work on academics 1 hours a day, and then separate hours for different domains that I think. And I completed that goals. I set the goals that I will achieve that in 1 hour, and I thought that would give a great value. And one side suggestion to all your viewers is that if they want to increase their productivity, I suggest them to make a goal of a day, that what you are going to do, what you are going to do in particular hour or in particular day. And the first should be what's your main goal, is the main goal, and in that goal, what's your goal to accomplish in the certain period of a time. So if you say what's the time management, I can't say that you can manage your time. You can't manage your time, but you can work along with your time, because time is also running, and no one else here who can stop the times. Yeah.
So what resources you use to study all these things, and what resources you have available? Means, are you working on your own laptop, or you are working on your shared laptop with your father, or means what resources were available to you and how you learned that? Can you tell us something about that?
Okay, so first of all, I don't have any kind of parents who are in this domain in computer science. They are completely different from this domain, like they are in the business, like trading, or my mother is a beautician, and there is completely different. And I was having a computer which is a 15-year-old computers, and a computer that gave me that is given by my uncle. That's the mother's brother, and he has given me the computer, and it was just as I can say, the garbage it out at a corner of my room. And I saw, yeah, what can we do that? And I jumped into that computer. I was having the Windows 7 at that point, and I searched on Google that for learning the resources at machine learning course. And the machine learning course are working on 7 lakhs, 12 lakhs, even 1 lakh rupees, starting from the 1 lakh, the 450 plus hours of content, and I was not able to afford that kind of contents. So I just tried to, let's learn from the book. Let's learn from the book. So I started learning from the book, and I completed a book of machine learning with TensorFlow. And again, before that, I learned completed a book, a data and a Python for data science. And I completed that book, a data analysis book, and all that for the PDF. And I completed that book, and I learned from here.
So the first thing you learned is machine learning. You were saying, means
PDF, yeah, exactly. They are all the PDF version. The book price is around 1,200 or 1,300. That's very high. I can afford that at that point. So
before learning machine learning, did you learn the Python, or means from where you started?
I learned Python from a book, which is Automate a Boring Stuff with Python. I learned Python from there, although watching some of the tutorials, but I'm not getting the concept behind it on the YouTube videos. And I just using help of the books and the YouTube, you can learn also anything, but you have to have the passion for learning the particular thing. So I learned Python from a book, Automate the Boring Stuff with Python, and then move on to data analysis. Then I move on to the machine learning. Then I stopped. Then I took a deep learning specialization by Andrew Ng, and I think he's my great teacher till now. I had, because he's an inspiration for all. Not inspiration, I can say he is a teacher of he's a good teacher for that taught me about the deep learning. And that's what the resources that I used to tell now. And just to recommend that you can go with the books. Every person have a different personalities, and they are unique in themselves. So just go through whatever you like the more would be. Like it can be books, or it can be kind of videos, or it can be courses. That kind of thing.
So can you tell our viewers that what type of content you create on your channel? And creating content at such a age is very much means nobody creates such content at this age related to coding, and you are creating that. Can you tell us about your channel?
Okay, So I run a YouTube channel named New Era, where the new generation can learn and a new eras. It's a name something that indicates a new era, means new generation, a new technologies. So I started in this channel as a motto of even anyone can learn, anyone in the world, even a class 8 student. That's a motto when I choose. When I started my YouTube videos just by posting, because I see on a YouTube video they are just talking about machine learning and not getting into mathematics that are required, because they are only implementing the algorithms using kind of the scikit-learn libraries. There are libraries, just one line of code and you completed a machine learning model. Is this your thing that you have to do in your job also? No, you have to understand actually how the algorithm is learning or how the algorithm is working. So you have to get familiar. Your algorithm will be just like your friend, and then you can make your model. So I just decided my motto is to anyone can learn anything in the world, even a class 8 student. And the second thing I posted to start machine learning videos, and just now it has been completed. Only there is 40 videos, and each video is very long. So that's why this does not surpass the 100 videos kind of. But the videos are very long. It's a total 8 hours of course till now, and we'll be uploading more videos and projects in the machine learning playlist. And then after that I decided let's do a backend thing, and I started with the Flask, and then we'll move on to Django. And in Flask also the great content, kind of the great, and I've also learned the Flask using a book called the Flask Web Development, and I learned from their Flask and then teaching all those Flask to all my students. And whatever I learned till now, and I want to make this concept very easy, because many structures are making very hard and the students are not able to learn. So that's why.
So his channel link will be in the description, and you can connect him on LinkedIn also. I will post his profile in the description. So how you familiarize yourself with the mathematics in the machine learning? Because do you find little bit tough initially, or are you comfortable with the mathematics behind that?
Yeah, that's a good question. That the thing is that mathematics is the key that every machine learning engineer should be expert in that. And I thought let's do a mathematics part. First of all, I saw the prerequisites, and the prerequisites are linear algebra, calculus, numbers, so not a discrete mathematics, that level of high school mathematics, and statistics also was important in that. So I just picked up some of the content from here, like in linear algebra, what is important for particular algorithm. And whatever I learned algorithm, let's say I started learning 9 base, and I think that the mathematics required in that Bayes theorem, and I searched on the internet. I learned from the Khan Academy about the Bayes theorem, and I completed that. Then I got the Bayes theorem, and in that way I've completed the linear algebra, the statistics part, and the basics should be clear to you, like algebra 1, algebra 2, and in linear algebra some of the concept like matrix multiplication, or we can say the orthogonality concept, or we can identity matrix, inverse matrix, inner product, a dot product, that kind of thing. So I just to make familiar with what actually the algorithm. I just want to become a friend of my algorithm, so that I can understand my friend and tell my friend that what actually you have to do in your in this notebook. So that's why mathematics is not just hard. It looks like the same thing, but if you break down into different parts, you will see that this is just a very easy thing, I think so, in the world. And just your basics should be clear, and then thumbs up.
Your accent is great, so can you give some tips on that?
My accent, okay, that's the question I usually asked on LinkedIn, as what from Bihar. I'm from Bihar, and is the Bihar student have this kind of accent? Exactly, I can't guarantee that Bihar student have, but how I learned that, I've learned from Khan Academy. It's Salman Khan who teaches us, and he teaches mathematics. And whatever I learned, I was not good at the English at that point, but I'm not fluent at that point at English, and I learned mathematics as well as mathematics. And because it's the only great thing that I could get for free is from Khan Academy, and by studying by watching 3 or 4 times the particular video, and that's what, and from that staying with more and more the people who just speak in English or in the Latin English, that's make me the accent something like that.
Okay, so Ayush has just talked about Unacademy, but I want to make it clear that this video is not sponsored by Unacademy. No one has sponsored my video till yet.
This is Khan Academy, not an academy.
Oh, sorry. Khan Academy. So not sponsored from Khan Academy, Unacademy, any academy. Yeah. So any at last, any tips to the new students who want to learn the coding?
I want to give some note that what you can do in the new generation is that what my future plan is. I have told you about it, that it's a thing. I don't want to do my 9 to 5 jobs. It's a very boring job. This does not lead to your that you have learned a success. And success, what does it mean? It doesn't mean the corner office. I have seen an ad which is, it doesn't mean the corner office. Just you sit at the corner office and you're getting $100,000 as just enough. And that's not the great thing. Doing 9 to 5 jobs, it's okay for you, and it may be for you, but I want the new generation to make their own name. Working with the 9 to 5 jobs is okay, perfectly okay, just to getting the experience. And that's what I suggest the new generations to work onto that.
Yeah, so it was nice talking to you, and you gave a lot of insights about coding, and you might have inspired a lot new generation kids or students who want to learn the coding. So nice to talk with you, Ayush.
Thank you.
Yeah, so meet you in the next video.